What is up, you guys? I hope you all are doing so well, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Alexis. I would really love it if you joined our little family here on YouTube. I post videos about post-grad life, lifestyle vlogs, as well as resume prep, cover letter prep, my Doing Swell podcast, which is out on every Thursday, as well as behind the scenes of modeling. So if that's something that you might be interested in, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button down below and press the little bell notification so you can be notified each and every time that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title today, I am doing an updated what is on my iPhone XR. I did one of these videos maybe like 8 months ago, so I thought that I would just sit down and show you guys what is currently on my iPhone XR, as well as a mini little case collection, because I don't have many cases, so I thought that I would just show you guys what are my current go-to cases that I have for this phone. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So I'm going to kind of show you and walk you through how I organize my phone, as well as what kind of applications and stuff that I have currently on my phone. So as you guys can see, this is my lock screen on my phone, and I actually got it from Pinterest because I love Pinterest so much. I'm actually going to show you guys how I lay out my Pinterest as well, but I just picked this up off of there, and it just says good things are coming, because if you have recently graduated college, you know the stress of being a fresh and new adult and everything that life has to throw at you. It can be really good, and it can be also really stressful. So this is just a reminder to me that good things are coming and God has something big and amazing planned for me. I just have to keep working hard, keep my head up, have faith, and never give up. So I just love having this as a little reminder on my phone. So this is currently my home screen, and this is actually the background that I have on my home screen. The only thing that is different is that I have Photoshop pictures of my family and like my boyfriend and all that stuff on my home screen. But for their privacy, they don't like being on videos that much. So I thought that I would just take that off and just have this basic home screen on my phone for this video. But this is actually it. I just have the pictures just photoshopped on it. So yeah, so as you guys can see the layout of my phone, I have at the very bottom my phone, my text messages, my Yahoo account, as well as Safari. I need to go in and actually declutter Yahoo, but it's from legit since I was in middle school, so I would have to scroll down a lot to like get rid of all those. But I love emailing so much. I think I'm maybe one of the only people that really enjoys emailing, but that's something that I always look forward to, like reaching out, networking, and just talking with people through email, like professional emailing. And so as you guys can tell from the top, I have 4 folders. So from left to right, it says never forget, photo editing, social media, as well as check in on it. I'm just going to go through and show you guys what apps I have in each one of these folders. So let's start with never forget. And there's 2 different sides to never forget. So on the first row, I just have my calendar, my notes, and my reminders. I love planning and organizing so much, so I highly utilize the notes and the reminders on the iPhone. Usually if I'm out and about and I need to quickly jot down something, I will write it in my notes and then transfer it over into my agenda book when I get home. And then with the reminders app, I kind of use it as a sister to my agenda. So each day I'll plan out what I need to do for that day, whether that be revise cover letters, do resumes, apply for jobs, hang out with friends, film videos, go to modeling jobs, anything like that. I'll write it in my agenda book, and then on that day, like that next day or that next morning, I will just take whatever is in my agenda book and transfer it over into the reminders app. So throughout the day, when I can't lug around my agenda book, I can just tick off and cross stuff off on the reminders app. And so that next row, I have clock, health, and pages. I love the clock because I have like my little alarm clock. So the next thing I have is the health app, which I absolutely love so much, because when I go to the gym or I go to a workout class, I just slip my phone into my leggings, and then I'm able to track how many steps I did within my workout. And then the pages I really like as well. If I'm on a modeling job and I need to like revise some stuff, I'll just take my Microsoft documents and transfer them over to the pages. But I think it honestly just links up as well, because it has a lot of documents on there all already. So that's a great way for you to just type and revise and do stuff on the go. So on the third and last row on the first page is Gmail, Amazon Alexa, and contacts. And my Gmail is strictly for YouTube, so anything that has to do with YouTube, that's where all that stuff goes. Amazon Alexa, you guys know that, and then contacts as well. And then on the second page, I have the first row, which is Clue, United, and Expedia. I travel quite a bit, so I have United and Expedia on here, so I never forget to like check into a flight, or if a gate changes, I'll have that right there so I know where to click on it. And Clue is a really fun app because usually I just like document like my cycles and all that stuff in my planner, but I saw Chris U, who talked about this app, and I decided to download it because it's never fun to have a secret period or any of that come up. It kind of guesstimates when your cycle will start. And then the second row on the second page is Translate and Starbucks. And so the Translate app is really good, especially when you are out of town. And as you guys can see, I have German, Japanese, Spanish, and I also have Czech downloaded. So when I stay abroad or when I travel abroad or anywhere in general, I like to download the Translate app because even if you don't have service, you can still translate different stuff. And it's very helpful if you travel abroad or you travel overseas a lot. And the Starbucks app, I don't use it as frequently. I only have it on my phone because for my birthday I got a free drink, so I just kept it on there. I actually need to delete it soon. Let's just delete it now. So there we have it. That is the first folder concluded. And so the second one is photo editing. And I don't have that many photo editing apps because I don't really photo edit that much. So on the first row, I have Photos, Camera, and Google Photos. And Photos is just plain and simple, all the photos that you take on your phone. And what I like about the iPhone XR is the picture quality is amazing. I'll have some of those videos about how I explain the iPhone XR in the description box down below if that's something that you're interested in. And I kind of went into depth with that, as well as the video taking capabilities with the iPhone XR. So that'll be linked in the description box down below. And then the last thing on the first row I have is Google Photos. So when I had my iPhone 6s, it didn't have any storage on it whatsoever, and this app really came useful because when I took pictures, I can upload them onto this cloud and it'll kind of like back them up so I can, you know, get rid of photos that are on my phone and free up some of that space. So if you don't have much space on your phone, or if you film on your phone like I have been doing a lot, only recently I got a new camera, so this is a great way to like back up stuff so you can make room for other stuff. And so the second row on the photo editing folder is VSCO, Photoshop, and Camera Connect. So VSCO, you guys know, you probably have seen so many VSCO girl videos, but it's basically like a photo editing app. And these are some photos from thumbnails as well as just like everyday life. So as you guys can tell, these are like from recent photos and all of that stuff. And then Photoshop, I really like that. I use it mainly for like funny Photoshops, as well as like YouTube banners, cards for YouTube, as well as just like thumbnails. And it's just a great way to like Photoshop different stuff. And then Camera Connect, I actually use that for my Canon M50 that I am recording with right now. So you can connect to it, so you can automatically change features on it. You can also just take and export the pictures and the videos that are on the camera straight to your phone. So it's very helpful if you have a Canon to download this app because I find it so useful. And then the last thing that I have is Snapseed, which I explained in my other what's on my iPhone video, but basically it's a photo editing app by Google, and it's really cool because you can change like the exposure, the brightness. They have like this finishing tool and brush where you can actually like make things lighter or make them more dark. It's a really cool editing app, and I like it. If something that I use is very dark, I'll just go through and kind of lighten that up with that. So the third folder that we have is social media, and I have all of my favorite social medias on the front, and then the second page is stuff that I don't really use. So in the first row, I have YouTube, of course, podcasts, and Netflix, and I love podcasts so much, my favorite being True Crime. And me and Kendall, who is my boyfriend, we recently saw My Favorite Murder in Nashville, and it was a 10 out of 10, really, really good. But these are some of my favorite podcasts right now. So I just recently started listening to Nice Try, but I also really love the last podcast on the left, My Favorite Murder, This Podcast Will Kill You, Pretty Basic, as well as Generation Y. But these are some other podcast episodes that I have just downloaded on my phone. I haven't really listened to any of these that much. I've listened to like Man in the Window, The Murder Squad, In the Dark. The Bear Brook podcast is a really good one as well. Thinking Sideways is really good, but they actually canceled their podcast. Teacher's Pet is good, as well as Serial. So those are my little podcast suggestions. But I have a ton that I listen to because I just like driving and having something to listen to rather than music all the time. And so on that second row within social media, I have Facebook, YouTube Studios, and Spotify. So Facebook is how I keep up with all my family and my childhood friends. YouTube Studio is how I keep up with comments, algorithm, analytics, and all that different stuff that deals with like the business side, I guess, of YouTube kinda. And then Spotify, I like listening to this within the gym if I'm not listening to a podcast. And these are all the current playlists that I have and different ones that I follow. So yeah, you guys can see I have a lot of playlists. So I'll actually have my Spotify as well linked down below if you want to check out some of my curated playlists. So the third and final row on the first page of social media is Pinterest, BuzzFeed, and Messenger. So I love Pinterest so much. So I want to kind of show you guys what my Pinterest looks like. So this is currently like the layout. These are some current pins that I just recently saved, and I want to show you guys some of my boards as well. So I have like details and accessories because you guys know I love jewelry so much. I'm just a fan of really nice jewelry and just earrings and stuff in general. So I like to get new like inspo and stuff from this board, as well as like some current spring and summer trends, natural hair for all the natural hair girls out there, Instagram pictures. When I was on Instagram, this is what I used quite frequently. And then just travel pictures. You guys can see all the other ones. Here's a thing full of like iPhone lock screens if that's something that you're interested in. Good quotes. I love memes so much, so I have over 3,000 memes saved, but Pinterest has some really good memes, so I like to have those to like laugh at. Bedroom and house inspo, because guys, look how pretty these bedrooms are set up. And then I have like some myths, which is like my Tumblr folder. Summer looks, shoes, you guys can see the gist of all that stuff. Bible study, that's where I get a lot of my Bible challenges from. And yeah, that is about it with Pinterest as well. That's always linked in the description box down below if that is something that you want to check out. Feel free to follow me. I post quite a bit on Pinterest. So yeah, let me know or leave your stuff in the comments and I'll check your Pinterest out as well. And then the second thing is BuzzFeed. I love taking BuzzFeed's quizzes, especially at night. It's my favorite thing to pass time. So I love BuzzFeed quizzes. And then I have Messenger as well, just to keep up with family and friends. And on the second page, I have Audible, Yelp, Instagram, and Amazon. I don't use these as much. I have Audible, which I used when I was interning and it was like halfway across the city, so I would just pop on the audiobook and listen to it on my way to work. Yelp, I only use Yelp really when I go out of town or if there's like a restaurant like Stacks here in Memphis. But you have to get on that waiting list, especially on the weekend. So I like to use Yelp to put me and my family on the wait list so we can get some really good pancakes. Instagram, I don't get on Instagram. I haven't been on in like a year. So if you want to follow me, I'll have a picture of my Instagram on the screen right now. But I don't get on. Feel free to follow me. You won't be able to see anything. If I ever get on in the future, I'll make sure to let you guys know and do all that stuff. But that's just not my social social media of choice right now. It gives me way too much anxiety and it doesn't make me happy, so I don't get on it. Plain and simple. And then I have Amazon because everyone loves Amazon. So the very last folder that I have is check-in on it. I have 2 of them. So the first row is regions, maps, and weather. Very basic banking, navigating, weather. The weather in Memphis is so bonkers. So it's raining one day, cold the next day. It says it's raining on the app. It says it's raining on Fox 13. And then it's sunny outside, so it's just crazy. And then the second row, I have the App Store, Capital One, and my calculator. The third row, I have Indeed, ZipRecruiter in my settings. And Indeed and ZipRecruiter I really like because it's a great way to find some little part-time jobs or full-time jobs. And it's been really beneficial with finding like my big girl jobs out of state. And so that second side, I have Venmo, Bitmoji, and Tether. I don't use Venmo or PayPal at all. I only used it when I traveled and like friends need you to pay something and just give you the money back. Bitmoji, I love Bitmoji so much. I just want to show you how cute she is. She kind of looks like me, but not really. But I don't know anyone's Bitmoji that looks 100% like them because it's a cartoon. But I just love Bitmoji so much. She's a cutie pie. And then I have Tether, which is like the Wi-Fi router to make the Wi-Fi stronger within the house. So the second row, I have Find My iPhone, Wallet, and Depop. I just started getting on Depop, so if you want to buy any of my clothes, I'll have that linked as well. And then on the third app, I have PayPal, my account, which is like Xfinity, and then Poshmark. So I've actually been avidly posting on Poshmark. I'm trying to get rid of all the clothes that I don't wear because I realize that I have a lot of clothes that I've thrifted or bought over the years that I haven't worn or have tags on them, or I've worn them a few times and they're just not my style anymore. So I'll have that on Poshmark. So please feel free to look and see if there's anything on there. I think the most expensive thing is like $15 on it, so I'm just trying to get rid of everything in my closet. So find some cute clothes on Poshmark, from my Poshmark of course. I'll have it on the screen as well as in the description box down below if you want to check out my closet. So that is it for what is on my iPhone, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's get into the cases now. If you guys have been watching my vlogs or been a part of my channel for a little while, you have seen this case quite a bit. It is one of my most prized cases because I love it so much, because I love cows. And I actually bought this case from Wildflower, and it's really cute. They're a little expensive, but I just bit the bullet and finally got it, and I actually really like it a lot. And I just threw on a little lemon pop socket on the back. It's one of the mini ones. I need to invest in like a bigger one, but I think the mini one does just as good for right now. And then if you guys have seen my other iPhone videos, you know that I have the OtterBox. This is the OG. I loved using this when I did use my iPhone to record videos because I was so scared that I would drop my phone. So this came in handy. I trust OtterBox so much. The only con about this is that it is really bulky, and I like how thin this is on my phone, so it's like easier to grasp. This is a little too big to like chunk into a purse or a wristlet or in your pocket, but it's sturdy, so if you can drop your phone, it won't crack. So this is one of the cases I have. And then the last case that I have, I was actually gifted from Chroma, which is like a brand, and I just have like this little bumper that it came with, and I got 3 little faces to go with it. So I have the I Love Dogs one because if you guys know me, I love dogs so much. They're my favorite animal in the entire world. I'm involved in a few of the Pupperinos and My Favorite Murder Pupperino groups, so I love dogs so much. Then I have this one, which is just like a queen with little Cocoa Puffs, and I just really like it because it has flowers. She has natural hair. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. And then the other one is just a floral one. So this is actually the one that I would use all the time. I actually have not used the other 2. I just got them because it came with 3. But this is what it would look like. But I think that this is so pretty, especially since I have the white iPhone XR. So it just looks that's kind of distracting, but it looks really cute with the white iPhone. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you do all that fun stuff like give it a big old like, subscribe below if you haven't already, and make sure you press that bell notification so you can be notified each and every time that I post. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will check you guys out in my next video. Bye!